So, it's kind of late at night and I'm hungry. Well, not late at night, I think late at night. It's actually not even 6. Anyway, I got peckish, so I'm making toast, but I need to update you on some stuff. But in the meantime, I'm making toast. Well, speaking of, always butter your knife prior to the eatings of the food, because otherwise it won't work properly. Oh, toasted popped, poppy toast. Toasted popped. It's winter and cold. I want to eat the popped toast. Oh, I didn't put enough on my knife. Poppy toast, toasty popped. Oozy pulls, come on. I want my oozy pulls of butter. Come on! Oh, that wasn't good enough. Okay. Oh, damn. I'm not gonna do. I'm sorry. That was silly. I'll just add another book to the pile. So, I don't know what happened to the tripod. So I've been recording videos on a stack of books. In my kitty jumper. Oh, and I have toast crumbs on it. Well done, you're a mess eater. There was something I was going to say, but I don't remember what it was. So, thing I was going to update you guys on. I am currently doing a challenge, which oddly enough has a time limit but doesn't have a time limit. It's really weird. So it's just for an indefinite period of time. I'm not reading fiction unless I really have to, and that might sound really weird, but every now and then authors or publishers will send me copies of a book for me to review and and upload. And sometimes it's fiction and sometimes it's non-fiction. So majority of my reviews, hopefully from now on, will be non-fiction, because I will be spending my time reading what I want to read more than what people send me, because I actually don't get that many books sent to me to review. Like, of all of the ones there, that I don't know, I could probably count them on my hand. So, not many at all. Are from someone sending me a book saying, can you please review my book? The rest of them are me just going, that looks interesting, I'm gonna read you. And so that's kind of the thing. So expect a lot more non-fiction. I just realised something really funny and I want to show you guys. Okay, so except from the book on the very top, this is completely relevant. So I'm just going to take this over here so you can have a look. But this is the pile that I'm putting my camera on at this point, ignoring the cookbooks. The cookbooks are there because I'm trying to increase my repertoire. But this pile of books is almost entirely fiction. So from now on, it seems I'm going to be using my fiction collection as a tripod as opposed to reading them. Not the one on the top. The one on the top I was actually reading, but unfortunately, A Dance of Dragons isn't big enough to support this camera and make everything okay. But yes, always fiction, except for the notebook in the middle. But that's full of fiction too, because that's my old dream journal. Full of nonsense. Actually, I feel like I want to read some of that stuff out to you sometime. I might make that a new video. Read a weird dream out to you guys. Anyway, back to vlogging. Okay, this is sitting right. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, essentially, going to be non-fiction more than fiction. I may or may not be part of a group. I'm probably going to be part of this group. It's just a matter of whether the group exists or not. Where we all, kind of like a book club, where we all get together, but we read whatever we want to read. So if I want to read a book about waste in the food industry, I can. I'll read it. And then we all come to the meetings having read whatever book we wanted to read. Doesn't matter what, fiction, non-fiction, doesn't matter. And we turn up and we all kind of just talk about the book that we read. So that we can all, as I described it to someone who was considering joining, so we can all vicariously live through each other. Okay, back to what I was saying. So I'm going to join that book club. So I'm essentially going to be doing what I normally do, where I read a book I want to read and then I tell people about it, except this time I'm not recording it. Oh god. So anyway, but the other thing that the one of the other people who wants to join and wants to do it said that they will also want to do a thing where if there's a book that they know they won't understand, they're just not smart enough to understand. So for example, me and math do not go well together. Like, no. I tried, I really did. In high school, I tried for as long as I could. I had a tutor. I only really ever did mediocre with a tutor. I'm not a math person. I'm not a numbers person at all. So let's say I really want to understand astronomy, but I can't because I don't understand the physics of it. So I could give a book that's all about astronomy and all this really cool stuff and give it to someone who understands, someone who gets physics, who gets numbers, and say, look, I think you'd enjoy this book because you like that kind of thing. But also I'd really like to know what this book is about too, but I can't read it. Like, don't have the mental capacity to do so. And so then we can recommend books for each other as well. So, but it could be things too, like for example, I absolutely adore the Eragon series. Actually, to be fair, I haven't finished it, so I can't really say that I absolutely adore it. That was a bad example. I absolutely adore the book The Princess Bride. Like, it is amazing. I saw the movie, I loved it. I saw the book, I loved it even more. And that's one of those books where I'm like, every single person I meet, I'm like, no, you need to read this. It's amazing. Like, I'm just the kind of person who would buy like 12 copies of the thing and just like push it on everyone. But essentially I would do that. Like, and you can, if you think someone would be interested in The Princess Bride, then you get the book and you give it to them. Or if you think they'd be interested in Lord of the Rings, or you think they'd be interested in Frankenstein or Dracula, you can recommend them a book. And that kind of thing. I've read books, for example, I recently read a book, I'm trying to remember what it's called now. I don't remember, but it's essentially a better version of About a Boy. It's like About a Boy, but better. And I actually rather liked About a Boy. I mean, the start of it was a bit but the rest of it got really good. Anyway, this is like good from start to finish. Anyway, that's the kind of book where I keep telling everybody, oh my god, did you like About a Boy? You read it, right? I remember when we were younger you read it. And they're like, yeah, no, better. This is better, you read it. And that kind of thing. So it's one of those books where we can recommend it to each other. So I think I'll probably be getting through a lot more non-fiction lately because of this group, I think, as well. Since a few of the people who are in the group like non-fiction over fiction. But also because I'm going to intentionally choose all of the non-fiction. And one of the people in the group is fully 100% aware of my choice to read more non-fiction. Challenge thing. To read non-fiction. So I think if he ever recommends any books, he'll probably be recommending non-fiction to me. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be getting through more books and reviewing more books and uploading more videos, which was totally 100% my plan this year. I haven't been uploading as many as I would have liked, but I'm getting through them, which is good. Okay, to the big final bang point that you were all waiting for. Sorry you had to wait for my toast as well. Speaking of toast, there's some stuck in the back of my throat. Why? And the why is very complicated. So, been doing some researchy and talking to some peoples about going places with my life. Because every now and then we get to the point where we're kind of like, what am I doing? Like, you just kind of have an existential crisis. And I think that, like, I don't know, those of you who are watching this right now may not have already seen my video about the start of this year and the update of where I am in life. It was actually in 2 parts because my camera couldn't handle the length at which I spoke. Like, I just kept talking for too long. So I had to upload it in parts because 1, my camera couldn't handle it, 2, I doubt YouTube could have handled something that long, and I couldn't wait. I don't want to wait for that to upload. No! So I did it in 2 parts. Anyway, if you saw that video, and if you haven't, I'll put a McLinky. Forgotten. Gone. Essentially, I had a bit of an existential crisis, started this year, decided I wanted to change directions, not entirely this year, but I wanted to get an idea of where I'm going with my life this year. And so I've been reading some stuff and talking to some people and doing some interesting stuff and Googling things. Not as much Googling things, I don't really trust Google with life stuff. Don't get upset with me, Google, but when you type in what do I do with my life in Google, it doesn't give you anything handy. I'm probably searching wrong. Sue me. No, please, Google, don't sue me. So essentially, I've been doing research and things like that, and something someone said to me was that daydreaming is the reason I'm not achieving my goals, because I am spending my time or wasting my time thinking about the end result as opposed to how I will get there. So things like, as of maybe a couple of years ago, I wanted to open an animal shelter. And every time I think about that animal shelter and I think about opening that animal shelter and things like that, I'm not thinking about how I'm going to fund it. I'm not thinking about where we're going to have it. I'm not thinking about how I'm going to get the local support and the people and the designs and how I'm going to set it all up and things like that. I'm too busy thinking about, oh, it's going to be beautiful and there are going to be kitties everywhere and there's going to be like a kitty section so they can all play with each other, and there aren't going to be cages, and then there's going to be a birdie section where all the birdies can hang around, and there aren't going to be cages, and there'll be a doggy section where all the dogs can hang out, and it's going to be lovely, and no one's going to get hurt, and everyone's going to be happy, and they're all going to be my babies. And that's not productive in the slightest. In fact, I'm getting the success satisfaction or like happy hormones in my brain prematurely, essentially. I'm feeling that instant gratification whatever before I've put the work into it. So why would I waste my time putting the work into it? Now, I'm not saying this is for everybody, but this might work for me, and I'm going to try it for me. So I know this is seeming long and random and rambly and stuff, but essentially the same person said to me that reading fiction is living or hallucinating, essentially, someone else's daydream. And bam, there it was, like straight away, like the number, and it me as someone who writes for a living, I totally get that. I write my own stuff, what's going on in my life. I write I legitimately do write my own daydreams sometimes. When I've had bad jobs, I have legitimately written out an entire scene where I've quit and then turned up to work the next day because I was just fed up with whatever situation and decided I really don't want to do this, but I need the money. So I wrote an entire scene where I quit. There have been times where I've almost had a meltdown, and I've written in vivid detail having a meltdown. I've written in vivid detail things that I want to do but I can't, or I want to do but I'm not brave enough to do. And that's literally my daydreams. Now if someone else picks that up and reads that, they are hallucinating essentially, because reading is really just looking at ink blobs on a dead tree and vividly hallucinating. My daydreams. So who's to say that Eragon isn't Paolini's daydreams? Who's to say that Harry Potter isn't J.K. Rowling's daydreams? Who's to say that The Hobbit isn't J.R. Tolkien's daydreams? Man, that's good. Like, if there's a lot of centuries worth of time before centuries. Oh god, he's not that old. No, I feel stupid. Decades worth of time, of which I then hallucinate his daydreams. I mean, come on, who hasn't wished they were like an elf? Or had wings? Or could throw fireballs from their hands? I mean, come on, I could throw fireballs from my... Okay, stop daydreaming. No. No. Okay, back to topic. So, reading fiction, someone else's daydream, not going to do that anymore. For a while at least, unless I really have to. Gonna concentrate on non-fiction. Actually, that's the thing, I bought a lot of non-fiction books too that I really should read. So I guess it's partly don't want a daydream. Should get through my to-be-read shelf. Nah, it's bigger than a shelf. Most of my shelves haven't been read. I have a problem. No, I do have a problem. I have a problem. It's called not enough space. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, well, I think this has gone on for way too long, and I'm gonna have to edit the bejeebers out of this video. So I'm gonna say bye-bye. Oh, I forgot I'm supposed to do promo stuff, aren't I? Okay. Subscribey down below. Rebloggy if you're on Tumblr. Likeys. Or likeys. Likeys. There we go. Sorry, I'm bad with my sleeves. Likeys. Likeys. Can you see my eye? No. Yes. No. No. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm really weird. Okay. That's all of them. Reblog. Share it. I don't know. Share, like, reblog. I think it's all of them. I'm really out of it today. I want to eat more toast. I want to finish that whole loaf of bread. So I'm going to go eat that whole loaf of bread. Bye-bye. I'm going to stuff my face now. And the button. Button, who stole the button? Okay, I've lost my remote for this camera. So I gotta press the button manually. Button, who stole the button?